An illness caused by vitamin D deficiency. Our body needs every type of nutrient to keep our body fit and healthy. Efficient nutrients like protein, minerals, vitamins, etc. are wanted by our body in order to be healthy and to avoid all illness. Vitamin D is one of the nutrients we all should consume as much as we can. Do you want to know why? Vitamin D is actually linked with a lot of disease we might face if our bodies do not get the efficient amount of vitamin D. Many of the major illnesses might happen to you by vitamin D deficiency. I have brought to you 10 illnesses caused by vitamin D deficiency that we all should know. Not having proper sleep. Proper sleep is very important for our health rather than anything. If you do not get the proper sleep, you'll feel irritated and tired the next day. On top of that, you might face some health problems such as acidity, nausea, irritability, high blood pressure, heart attack, and many other illnesses if you regularly do not get the proper sleep. Vitamin D is an aid for better sleep. Getting a good amount of vitamin D helps us to have a sound sleep. But if there is lacking vitamin D, then you want possibly to get the proper sleep. Not getting proper sleep means you are getting into lots of disease. Higher the risk of respiratory illness. At the recent time, the most respiratory disease that the whole world is fighting against last 2 years is the novel coronavirus or COVID-19. Studies say that people who are having this dangerous disease can be cured best with the help of the proper consumption of vitamin D. Many studies in the past when the coronavirus was spreading showed that the people who are taking vitamin D are getting well sooner than the people who aren't taking it. When you have vitamin D deficiency, the risk of respiratory sickness like coronavirus increases. So, it would be better if you take vitamin D more and more when you are suffering from this. Makes your bones weaker. Strong bones make our body stronger. If you do not have strong bones, your body gets weaker and weaker day by day. Calcium is the main reason for our bones to be strong or weak. If the calcium in our body is low, our bones get weaker. The source of calcium in our body is vitamin D. So, calcium is directly linked with vitamin D. Vitamin D deficiency in your body decreases the calcium. Hence, it affects our bones, which is a big illness. Increased depression. Depression is a very common yet dangerous illness a lot of people are facing nowadays. Vitamin D is directly linked with depression. If you are not having proper vitamin D, your risk of depression will be increasing more. As we know that sunlight is the source of vitamin D, if you spend some time under the sunlight, it gives us vitamin D, which keeps our mind fresh. Hence, the risk of depression decreases, but the vitamin D deficiency just does the opposite. Increases the risk of diabetes. There is an interesting relationship between vitamin D and diabetes. When vitamin D increases in your body, diabetes decreases. But when vitamin D decreases, then diabetes increases automatically. But there is a reason behind that. The reason is insulin sensitivity and resistance. A good amount of vitamin D in the body works for balancing insulin sensitivity and resistance in people who are suffering from diabetes. But if you don't take vitamin D, then there is a high chance to get attacked by type 2 diabetes. Imbalance in mental health. Almost all neurologists suggest the patient of mental health to take vitamin D as much as they can. They say that vitamin D or sunlight is very effective in the improvement of your mental health. Not getting a proper amount of vitamin D causes you a big problem, which is an imbalanced mental condition. Vitamin deficiency affects your brain, which makes your brain work slowly. Vitamin D is like oxygen to the brain. If it doesn't reach our brain, many complications might be faced. Vitamin D deficiency imbalances your mental health that makes a person weak. Grows the risk of heart disease. Heart disease is one of the biggest diseases someone faces. Even small negligence might cause you a lot. As we all know that blood pressure is related to heart attack and stroke, the presence of vitamin D in your body balances the blood pressure, which makes the risk of heart attack and stroke lowers down. Nonetheless, it goes completely reverse if the amount of vitamin D is not proper in your body. Vitamin D deficiency grows the risk of heart disease by putting the blood pressure high. Therefore, the risk of heart attack and stroke decreases. Raises breast cancer risk. Low vitamin D level is also connected with breast cancer. A lot of studies found that the reduction of vitamin D from the body raises the risk of breast cancer. Breast cancer cells presented with high centralizations of vitamin D were related to diminished seriousness of breast cancer. So, to prevent breast cancer, you should consume a vast amount of vitamin D. Higher the risk of kidney and liver disease. Kidney and liver diseases are deadly. The risk of kidney and liver diseases increases when there is a lack of enzyme in the body, which prompts a lacking degree of dynamic vitamin D in the body. If there is a lacking of vitamin D, the enzyme also goes down, and that might result in kidney failure. Erectile dysfunction. ED, which is erectile dysfunction, is one of the most popular sexual diseases in the world. A lot of studies shows that a lacking of vitamin D in man's body causes sexual problems. You'll not get erected as a man if you have a vitamin D deficiency in your body. So, do not let that happen and take vitamin D in a high quantity. Conclusion. Vitamin D deficiency generates many other problems in your health. If you want to avoid this 10 disease, then start taking vitamin D from now on and enjoy the benefits you'll get from vitamin D.